What's up YouTube, this is DWS Darius and right now you're looking at my 55-gallon Planet Aquarium. So this video is going to be a simple old-fashioned fish tank update video. The reason why I said that is because it's been quite a while since I did a video that focused on the Pacific tank. So today I want to give you guys some details and show you what's been going on and what I plan to do with my Planet tank. So before I get started, I do apologize because I know even though I'm using a microphone, you can still probably hear the pumps and filters of my other aquarium, so I apologize for that. So let's get started. So first of all, I would like to talk about some of the fish in this tank. So a couple of months ago when I did my fish room update, I said that I wanted to remove the majority of the fish so that I could add shrimp. But now I'm starting to reconsider because I'm falling in love with some of the fish that will eat shrimp in this tank. So instead of adding shrimp to this tank, I might add shrimp to that little 20-gallon. But with this tank, one of the main groups of fish that are going to be in this tank are my Harlequin rasbora / lamb trap rasbora. I currently have both. Initially I thought I only had Harlequins. However, one of you guys pointed out that I do have the two, and now you can clearly see the difference as they both are mature. Right here in the center is a lamb trap rasbora. You can see that the little black spot on the back of their body is a lot more smaller when you compare it to the Harlequin, which is below it, and also the lamb trap is a lot more brighter compared to the Harlequin. However, both of them schooled together, and that's what I wanted the most. So I'm going to keep these guys together. I'm going to get all together about 30 of them, and I imagine that they are going to continue to look awesome. Another fish in this tank that's going to be a permanent resident is my male Betta. This fish is just all over the tank, very active, and with that bright, beautiful color and that activity, it's just a perfect fish for this tank. Now this is one of the fish that I fell in love with that would eat shrimp, so he's one of the reasons why I'm not going to add shrimp, because I love how he just enjoys this entire tank. He loves playing, and this Crypspiralis, he's just all over the tank, and he really enjoys this tank, and I don't want to take it from him. Another group of fish in this tank that will eat shrimp that I want to keep are my golden wonder killifish. Right now they're not showing much color because they are juveniles, but eventually they will show more color. The color just coming in every week a little bit more. These are awesome. These are also some awesome fish. Get a little tongue twisted. These fish are awesome because just their overall personality. I love that carnivore instinct that these guys have. Whenever I stick my fingers to the top, they come right to me. And just, they are good fish to interact with. I love them because they also spend a lot of time at the top of the tank and at the bottom. Right now they're at the bottom, but when I toss the hood back on, they'll be at the top, looking awesome. Another group of fish, or another pair of fish that I plan on keeping in this tank are my Siamese algae eaters. Now, I'm really debating. I know these guys enjoy this tank because it's nice and clean and a lot of algae for them. However, I'm debating whether or not I should add them to my 210 because I know that these guys like to school with the roseline sharks, so I'm still deciding whether or not I should keep these in this tank, but for now, they're residents. I also have this old neon tetra. This is a single neon tetra that survived years while the rest of his fellow members died away. I wanted to add a new school, however I know that from experience, adding younger fish of the same species, they can bully the older fish, especially since this is an older fish and pretty much a senior citizen when it comes to the fish world. The same thing with my tiger barbs. Eventually these tiger barbs are going to die off because they are very old, and I don't want to add younger ones because there's a good chance that the younger ones can bully the older ones because the older ones are a little bit more slower and less agile, so I don't want to give them a harder time. So I'm going to leave these sole survivors of their species in this tank until they die off. I'm not going to add any more of them because I don't want to add any stress to them. Another fish in this tank is my black skirt tetra. This fish has a lot of history. He started out in a tank that my grandmother had. Now he's with me. And just an awesome fish. I love his beauty and just a very cool fish. And then I have the platies. Platies. These platies are trying to take over this tank. So that's why when spring comes, these platies are going to be gone. I'm going to put them in my backyard pond, not the koi pond because the koi will eat them, but rather my planet pond. And I'm sure that they're going to reproduce like crazy. And then once they're out of the koi pond, I bring them out of the pond, I'm going to toss them in that 125 with some geophagus. But for now, they're in this tank and they're reproducing like crazy. I have fry all over. If you look, right there's one. Right here's another. Back there's another. Over there's another. These right here on the ground are about 3 weeks old. And then if you come to the top, you can see some newborns. Well, they were at the top. They like to stay in this higher portion. I have about 5 newborns up here, which are extremely tiny. And then if we come back down, you can see that some of the females are pregnant. So these platies, if you leave it up to them, they'll just stuff this tank, and I don't want that. So eventually they're going to be gone. And that's it as far as the stock. I do plan on adding maybe a few more oddball fish, but for now that's what's going on. When it comes to plants, my idea was to let my Cryptoralis form a little jungle on this side and then work its way along the back wall, and it is doing that pretty nicely. I love this jungle. The fish pretty love it as well. As I said, this Betta, he loves to play all in it, and they love to swim in it, and it's a great protection for fry. If I ever wanted to raise fry, this Cryptoralis is very good for them. Whenever my I keep saying Gardenerite because those are a group of killifish that I kept before, but whenever my Golden Wonder killifish spawn, this could be a good way for fry to survive. Naturally in the wild they would spawn in moss or something like that, and this is very similar. At the top is very tight, so there's a good chance for fry to survive. I'm not the only one who enjoys looking at this tank. My big Midas cichlid loves to look at them. I'm pretty sure if he was to get in, he wouldn't eat them because he doesn't eat small fish. However, he will uproot every plant in his tank and give it a whole new redecoration. But that's why he's staying in his world. But yeah, other plants that I have in this tank include this lily that I added a few weeks ago, and it's been taking off like crazy. I got to do another trimming when I finish with this video because I don't want it to reach the surface, because if I do allow it to reach the surface, it's going to block out the bottom and give a harder time for these lower plants. I also have some Anubius. Now the Anubius, I'm battling some blackbeard algae. Yeah, but the Anubius is still growing. It's like I get a leaf a day. However, that blackbeard algae is still trying to take over, so I'm still battling that with the Anubius, because you know Anubius is a slow growing plant, so the algae covers it easier compared to these fast growing plants. For carpet, I'm still trying to grow this what is this, dwarf hairgrass. I'm not really having success just because some of the fish are uprooting them and stuff like that. Now some of them are being rooted. If you look right there, you can see runners coming off some of them, but they're not really growing as fast as I wanted to, so I might reconsider different type of carpet, because this one isn't giving me too much luck. My Amazon sword, I've been giving it a lot of trims and it wasn't liking the trims, but it's casting out too much of a shadow, so maybe I might get rid of this Amazon sword and make it so that it's kind of like a little slope of plants, have some lower plants in this section up to the mountain. I'm not sure, but for now that's what's going on as far as plants. As always, if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below, because I know I'm not being too detailed as I initially planned, but if you have any questions, just let me know. After that, I'll talk about some of my filtration. This tank is running on AquaClear 75. It's been running on that AquaClear 75 for years now, and it's never failed to make this tank nice and crystal clear and to make the fish happy, so that's an awesome filter. I'm also running pressurized CO2. That is a 5-pound tank, and I just switched over to this diffuser right here. This is a atomizer. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I'll put the word in the video. But I like how this breaks up the bubbles to a very small size, and yeah, very fine bubbles. And I just switched over to this. Before I was using the ceramic this, and this is a lot more finer, so I'll see the difference. It's only been a few weeks, so it's not long enough to see any significant difference, but I definitely do think that it will have a difference because of just how fine those bubbles are. But YouTube, I haven't done a fish tank update video in so long that I really don't even know what to say. So if you have any questions or comments concerning this tank, let me know what you guys think. I'm loving this tank because it's just super relaxing. The fish are looking awesome, and it's just peaceful. So YouTube, that has been a look at my planet tank. Let me know what you think. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I'll give you a look at some of the fish that I couldn't get in my last update. And look at this guy. Beautiful. These are the geophagus that I plan on adding to my to the tank with the platies. And right there, you see that guy? That's the offspring of my green Terra pair. It's definitely a male, and he's definitely beautiful. Look at that. That's the offspring. I think that's his brother. I think I got only 3 of the fry survived, and I'm thinking that they're all males. But yeah, that's a little side note. But YouTube, that's been a look at the planet tank. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And that will be all.